So we come to General Ledger here. You open Maintain Account. Right here, these are all our chart of accounts. These are all the system's default chart of accounts. So for new users, when you are using this SK account, maybe you need to go through on all these GL accounts. First, to determine whether if there are some unwanted GL accounts. In this case, you may just select which one you do not want and delete it. So if, let's say there's some GL accounts which you need, but it is non-existent in the system, you will just click New to create a new GL account. So here I will create a few examples. So let's say usually the first year accounts I would suggest to create will be your bank accounts, because the system needs to know what bank you are using in your real life. So for example, today, this testing company is using main bank for transactions. So we can come to current assets. We click Cash at Bank. We click New to create a Maybank GL account. So for the GL code, I'll use 310-001, or you may use any GL code based on your preference. Description, I'll key in Maybank. Or maybe I'll end it with my bank account number, for easier to be recognized. So I just need to ensure I have selected special account type, and I take bank account. Then I just click OK. And that's how I create a new GL account. So some companies, they might have multiple bank accounts. Let's say meanwhile, I have UOB Bank. I just click Cash at Bank here. I click New. The code are entered as 310.002. Description with it, UOB Bank. Let's say I have another bank account, and I just click OK. And now the system would know that I have Maybank and UOB Bank. So that's how we create a GR account in the system. So another thing I want to emphasize for this maintain account will be the revenue account. So when we scroll to the middle of this tree of accounts here, there is this revenue. So this revenue refers to your sales. So different companies might have different sales structure. So for example, some company, when they are previewing in their sales report or previewing their profit and loss, they might use only one revenue account, which means they get to see the lump sum of their total sales. If this is the case, it will remain this original setting, because this SQL account, original setting, only shows one total lump sum for sales. But for some company, they might have different sales categories shown on their profit and loss. For example, let's say this testing company is selling physical goods. Meanwhile, it's also providing services. So, if let's say I would like to separate the sales into physical goods and services, I would have to adjust this revenue GL code. So here I will create an example on how to amend this account code. So, for example, I want to create different sales category. I want to be able to see different sales GL code on my profit and loss or reporting. The first thing I need to do is double-click this revenue account. Because this original revenue account, it has already been locked. Because, originally, the system recognized only one sales account in the system. So in order to split it out, you need to follow my following ways. So let's say I have two categories of revenues. The first category will be physical goods. The second category will be, let's say, label, for example. So if this is the case, I need to double-click into this original revenue code here. Maybe the GL code, I will change it to 500.001. And I need to change this existing revenue code into one of the category. Let's say revenue for physical goods. And then I click OK to confirm. So the system will prompt for a confirmation. So I just click yes or twice. So now I will have my first revenue category, physical goods. So let's say I have a second category revenue code for services. I just click on the revenue header here. I click New. GL code here, I will enter as 500.002. Description will be revenue. Services. So once it's done, I just click OK. And now the system would know I have two revenue categories, two different sales categories. So, but sometime, when you are previewing the report, you might prefer to view it in a lump sum, as well to add up these two together. If that's the case, you may do an additional step, which is you come to revenue here. You click New. I've created back the original 500.000, revenue account. And then what I need to do is just use my mouse cursor to select physical goods and drag into this header. Same goes for services. So now when I look at the structure here, this revenue will be my main GL account. We usually call it the parent account. And down here, we have two sub-accounts, one for physical revenue, physical goods, and another for revenue services. So when we are previewing our reports, we can either preview by a breakdown of sales or by a total sales lump sum. Alright, so that's all for the chart of account. Thank you.